Hi Rise families, this is Miss Erica, and today I just wanted to go over how Proloqu2go, the communication app, works. Some of our families just got this app for their kids at home, so welcome and awesome job on getting that for your kid. So right here is what the app looks like. It's the little owl. So you bring that up. I just want to go over some basics today with this to help you guys out. First things first, this is the home page, okay? These are our core words. So these are frequently used words. As you can see, they go by color, and that helps a lot to remember where they're at. These are folders, so things, people, food, places, fun, little words, questions, feelings, describe. Those are folders, and when you click on a folder, it gives you more words, okay? A lot of times there's a more button to find more. You can always hit here to go back to the home page, or right there's the little home page button, okay? So if you hit a word like I, it's just going to say I, but if you hit a folder, it's going to take you into a folder. Okay, so back to home. Here's the button to delete the speech at the top. And down here, these buttons, okay? So this button is a settings button, and it's pretty important in order to have your child not change all the buttons on here. Keep it consistent because we want it to stay the same so the child learns where each word is. This is the pencil button, and it allows you to add these icons. You can individualize icons. So say if you wanted to add some of the family members, foods that the kid eats that aren't on here, that's where you go and you can add them in. Make it more individualized to the kid. Again, there's the home button. Keyboard. So we use the keyboard a lot at school. It's the alphabet. Maybe we can't find a word, so we go there. It has punctuation, numbers. We'll click that. Talk about the date. Go back to keyboard right there. So yes, that's the keyboard. Now I can go back to home to leave that page. Over here is kind of like another settings button. If I click it, you can search for a specific word that you're trying to find. And here's where you can control how loud the communication device is talking. But other than that, I don't really go into this as much. And I usually block it off for the students. So yeah, I want to go over that. So if we go over here to the little settings button, you can see all these different options here. So the first one that's important is the default grid size. So that's going to tell you how big these icons are and how small they are, because they can change drastically. So if I click on that right now, I'm on 42 buttons are showing. So that's a 6x7 grid. You can really simplify it down to just 2 buttons, and it can get really complicated and show a lot. But with our classroom, we're kind of in the middle, and most of our iPads are a 6x7. So I would suggest keeping it at that, unless the speech path or I have told you the student needs less or more, okay? So go back to appearance. Another important part in here is how to lock it so your student can't change all the buttons, okay? So what you want to do is open up, let's go back out of the program and go to the settings of the iPad, okay? You want to go down to, one moment, let me make sure I have it correct. you want to go down to accessibility. There it is. Accessibility. So I go to accessibility under settings on the iPad. I'm out of Proloqu2go right now. I'm just in the settings of the iPad. Over here, I'm going to go to guided access. This is going to allow me to be able to lock the iPad into Proloqu2go, so then the student can't keep leaving the app and going to what they would like to do instead. It's a way to lock it in there, so then you can just focus on the communication. So I'm going to click guided access. Mine is on, and I'll show you how it works. But if yours is not on, you want to make sure that's on. And then you can set a password. Okay, that's important too. Usually just pick something simple, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever is easiest for you. Okay, so you want that guided access button on to help with Proloqu2go. Okay, so mine's on. I got my password. I'm going to leave my settings on the iPad and go back to Proloqu2go. And I'll show you now. So now I'm in here, and maybe I want to do a story or have a conversation with my child, and I don't want them to quit hitting the home button and going to what they want, which is, you know, our kids, Starfall, YouTube. We want them to stay on Proloqu2go to focus on the conversation with us. And so they're used to this. We have iPads that are only for communication and iPads that are for fun. And our iPads for only communication, we lock them in. So how do you lock it in? You triple click 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry. Hard with one hand. 1, 2, 3. You got to be quick with it. And it says guided access started. That means if I hit this home button, I cannot leave the app. See, it says guided access is enabled. Triple click the home button to exit. And so if I 1, 2, 3, I got to put the password in. Okay, now I'm here. So I can either end the guided access and allow the kid to go to whatever app they want now, or I keep it in Proloqu2go. Okay, so if I hit end, now the kid can go back out to whatever they would like. Okay, so let me show you that one more time. If I want to lock the app so we can focus on schoolwork, or I can focus on communication with my child, I make sure that guided access is on in settings. And then if it is on, I triple click 1, 2, 3. It is started. We cannot leave Proloqu2go now. Okay, it's there. It's locked. Okay, so now I want to show you one more thing today. Now that it's locked, a lot of our friends are very intelligent, and they like to change the buttons to what colors they want or what images they want, or they're just playing around with it in the edit mode. We don't want that, because we want this to stay the same all the time. So then we can memorize where those buttons are. If it all changes up, it's going to be too hard to memorize, and it just gets complicated. So we want to block that off so the kid can't do that. So in the little you're going to go back to guided access. 1, 2, 3. Put your password in. And now you're at this screen where you can end it or resume it. In this screen, you want to draw circles on the screen where you would like to disable the buttons. Okay, so for example, I'm going to block everything off except the keyboard and home, because I want the kid to still be able to touch those buttons. Those are important for them. But I'm going to block off the others. So what you do is you just draw a circle, see? And now it's a circle. I'm going to pull it down so it's not blocking the food folder. Now I'm going to go over here and I'm going to block off the little pencil, and I'm going to draw a circle over the settings. Okay, and you can move it with your finger so it blocks the button off and it doesn't block these. If I let it go like that, the kid's not going to be able to hit these buttons. So you got to make sure that you kind of draw it right over the button that you don't want them to be touching. Okay, so I got one over here, over the pencil, and over the grid here. So I'm going to hit resume. And now, if you can notice, they're like blocked off and the kid can't touch the pencil to go in and edit these buttons. They can still touch the ones that I didn't block off, home and keyboard, but the ones that are for teachers mostly are blocked off. Okay? All right, I just wanted to show you two. I've sent these core boards home many times. This is a quick version of Proloqu2go. If you notice, it's the same language as the home page. Okay, so say your iPad dies or you forget it somewhere, this is a quick way for your student to communicate with you. It's just the paper core board of the main page. On the back, you got your alphabet, yes and no's, something's wrong, see, charge my iPad, I need my iPad. So this is a really good sheet. And if you need this again, I can always mail it to you or email it to you if you're able to print it, okay? So my suggestion, if you're first getting started with Proloqu2go, is to start slow, okay? Our students are learning this language just like you. It's like a foreign language and you have to just take your time. And the way the student's gonna learn is if you're using it alongside of them, okay? We never wanna force this communication because that's gonna make it seem like it's work and it's not gonna be desirable to the kid anymore. So we don't grab their hand and make them say things. We invite them and encourage them, okay? And so one way to start it is maybe you guys are having dinner, you know, just set the iPad right by the kid, encourage them, you know, hey, here's your voice if you want to say anything, and then you're gonna go ahead and model, okay? Because you're the model first, and that's what Miss Erica and all the staff are doing all day with your child, is modeling this language. Okay, so say if our child doesn't want to say anything at the time, I can say, so do you want, and then I'm gonna go to the food folder. Do you want food?
Food.
If you hit the top, it will say it again out loud together.
You want food.
Do you want food? So you're just building the words together. You do not need to make a full sentence with all the words. Most of our students are only saying one word right now, 2 words, and some of our more advanced Proloqu2go students are making 3 words. Okay, so what I like to remember is to model one more word. Okay, so if my student's just saying more, I might just add, oh, you want. You want more?
More.
So I'm modeling how to say want more. Okay, and then eventually our kid could get to I want more.
More.
That's 3 words instead of just the one word more.
More.
Okay, so you just have to take it slow. Use things that motivate them. So a lot of times we do this, you know, during meal times, during fun times. You want to make it fun and for the student and never force communication, okay? So that's just kind of a quick intro. If you have any questions about that stuff, let me know, and I can go a little deeper in my next video. Good luck and have a great day.